Hi. Today we are going to talk about the brakes and how important they are, in racing, not just Tamiya, but any kinds of racing. So brakes are very important because, if you have a powerful brake that can actually help you during the corners and will make you that you will be able to brake late and leave fast, without compromising time or without spinning out or without oversteering or understeering. That's the beauty of brakes, if you know what you're doing, obviously. With that, you need to have the driver's intervention to brake successfully. But with Tamiyas, we don't have any drivers, We just set it up properly so it can brake by itself, so it can engage the brake by itself. So today we're going to talk about the brakes and how it contributes to the whole performance of your car. So right here is the track, like this slope right here as it goes up to the bridge. So from here, from the fast corner, the car will start going up, and as soon as it hits that incline right there, the front brake will engage. Let me focus that. There we go. The front brake will engage. I don't know if you can hear that, but see that? There's some resistance. So that's the front brake engaging. Now as soon as you go up, because of that angle, it's actually bringing the rear part of the car down. So that will engage the rear brake right there. So it's going to help out. It's going to help stop the car from flying up until it reaches a certain point where the car is parallel to the track itself. So from here, the brake comes off and it's gonna start accelerating until it reaches the top of the bridge. So from there, it's gonna start rolling down, and the front brake once again will hit that slope right there, that quick decline, and will start braking. So is the rear part of the car. So this is really helpful for a simple fact that it will prevent the car from flying or from bouncing because of that too much force from that angle right there. So if you don't have a proper braking on this area right here, you can expect that the car will actually fly off from this angle because it is an incline. It's an incline slope. It's gonna fly over because of the speed. I mean, if the car is slow, you're not gonna have any problems with it. But if your car is fast, this thing will actually fly off and start hitting the barrier. And that will contribute to the lesser time. All those hitting, all those flying will contribute to lesser time, and you are going to lose some lap times right there. And you don't want that. Some of them will actually flew off the track and just flip over. That's the thing. Or if you don't have any brakes, with this ramp right here, what it's gonna do is it's going to jump off, and because of the high speed and your dampers, it's just gonna fall over back to the track and flip over because you don't have any brakes. It doesn't have any positive control, of the car. So that's the purpose of it, to actually engage the brake, and as soon as it flies, it will have positive control of the car and just go down back in properly. That is the whole purpose of it. That is our aim. That is why we put brakes on. But that will also depend on the track. Now, we're going to talk about some of the car setups that most people are doing. So, as you can see, this is a very short car. Okay, I mean not really super short, but it is short, fairly short, so I can actually extend this FRP right here, extend it more, and put the brake on there. I mean, that's not a problem. My only issue with that is the fact that let me go back here. My only issue with that is this. In real racing, late braking will yield to a better lap times. That's very important. Early brakings can be helpful if, once again, if you are trying to overtake somebody. Okay, so you can do early braking on the corner, and then start pressing on the gas pedal to accelerate faster and get a better takeoff on, say, on the straightaway or on the next turn. So that's very important. But once again, it needs a driver's intervention. And since we don't have driver's intervention here, it will be imperative for us to set up the brakes properly. So with this, if I extend it right here, the brake, if I extend it, as soon as it hits this slope, the front will engage and the back will engage immediately. That is early braking right there. So instead of braking for like say 25% right here, it will engage this brake, so it'll be a 50% braking right there. And as soon as it goes up, this is going to be like a 50% braking, and that's going to be another 50%. So you're braking like 100% already, you know. But if I make this short, I'm only braking 25% right here and 0 right here. As soon as it goes up, this will be 50% and this will be 25%. So I'm only braking like 75% total as soon as it goes up. Now that will also depend on the kind of brake sponge that you're using. That will also contribute to the percentage of your actual braking. But what I'm saying here is the fact that early braking can only help you if there is a driver intervention. But with Tamiya cars, there is no driver intervention. It's on its own. So late braking will always be better than early braking. So that is the reason why I made sure that this is fairly short, closer to the car itself. And this kind of setup, again, will depend on the track. I'm not saying that the shorter it is, the better. Okay, that will depend on the track. If the track is more on the technical side that you need early braking, then you do that. Once again, what I'm trying to say is that you need to do a lot of testing and record your lap times so you can decide which setup is better for your car and better for the track. Alright, so that is it for the braking and the importance of braking.